In the summer of 2018, an unprecedented media phenomenon took place on the global stage of television entertainment. A soft-spoken, visibly anxious 14-year-old girl from County Durham, England, walked onto the set of America's Got Talent. To the casual observer, she appeared entirely overwhelmed by the bright lights and the pressure of a live studio audience. Yet the moment the orchestra initiated the first notes of Redding's classic track, a profound transformation occurred. The young vocalist unleashed an astonishing, roaring, rock-infused performance that completely stunned the panel of celebrity judges and instantly electrified millions of households worldwide. Media executives immediately heralded her as a once-in-a-generation talent, drawing direct comparisons to legendary icons like Joplin. Her audition clip quickly amassed hundreds of millions of digital views, turning her into an overnight global sensation. The trajectory of her career seemed entirely predetermined, with industry insiders predicting a seamless ascent to multi-million-dollar arena tour and chart-topping records. However, following the conclusion of the broadcast season, a baffling silence ensued. The expected mainstream media blitz never fully materialized, the aggressive promotional campaigns ceased, and the public was left to wonder how an artist with such monumental momentum could seemingly vanish from the cultural zeitgeist. As an investigative look into the entertainment industry reveals, what happened behind closed doors was not a simple loss of public interest, but rather a complex, high-stakes conflict between a raw teenage artist and the rigid machinery of corporate Hollywood music labels. As our investigation digs deeper into the timeline, it becomes evident that the initial cracks in this meteoric rise appeared well before the final votes were cast. While Courtney rapidly advanced through the competitive rounds of the television tournament, an aggressive undercurrent of skepticism began brewing across digital platforms. Independent internet researchers and dedicated viewers uncovered public records revealing that the young singer was not a completely undiscovered amateur small-town talent as the promotional packages had implied. Instead, records confirmed she had previously achieved a finalist position on The Voice Kids UK just one single year prior. This revelation sparked an immediate and severe wave of public backlash. Accusations began circulating across major social media networks, with critics labeling the young performer an engineered industry plant, strategically placed by television executives to manufacture a compelling narrative and manipulate the final outcome. The media narrative shifted almost instantly from universal praise to intense scrutiny regarding the ethics of reality television production. For a teenage performer navigating the intense pressures of international fame, this sudden wave of public hostility was an immense psychological burden. The widespread controversy fundamentally fractured her core voting bloc, and in a shocking turn of events during the grand finale broadcast, the heavily favored failed to secure a position within the top 5 contestants, signaling a dramatic shift in public perception. Despite her unexpected loss during the final fan vote, the traditional machinery of the music industry moved swiftly to capitalize on her massive viral footprint. Elite music executive immediately intervened, securing her signature on a joint recording contract with his own prominent label Music Alongside Records. On paper, this alliance should have guaranteed an immediate, high-budget studio album rollout. However, investigative tracking of her career timeline shows that this highly publicized partnership marked the beginning of an extended era of creative stagnation. Behind the scenes, a fundamental creative divide emerged between corporate executives and the young artist. Production notes and subsequent industry patterns suggest that label decision-makers sought to sanitize her raw, unpredictable rock-and-roll delivery, attempting to mold her into a predictable, radio-friendly mainstream pop starlet. Rather than releasing original heavy-hitting compositions, her official channels were restricted to sporadic, polished acoustic covers that failed to capture the chaotic energy that originally captivated the public. Rumors of restrictive legal parameters and creative gridlock began to circulate among industry analysts. The situation worsened significantly once music label officially collapsed and ceased operations amidst broader corporate restructuring. Her recording contract was left adrift in a chaotic sea of corporate mergers and administrative indifference, effectively stalling her career, while the fast-moving music industry moved on to newer trends. For several years, industry observers feared that Courtney would become yet another cautionary tale of a young prodigy chewed up and discarded by the unforgiving Hollywood entertainment complex. Her name routinely appeared on retrospective lists detailing viral sensations who failed to achieve sustainable commercial success. Yet our reporting indicates that during this extended period of public absence, a quiet but highly strategic legal battle was taking place behind closed doors. The young artist was systematically working to dismantle the corporate apparatus that had restricted her creative freedom. After years of navigating corporate limbo, she successfully severed her ties with major label management teams, choosing to walk away from the financial safety net of legacy entertainment empires. Breaking her long-standing silence, she issued a series of candid updates across her social media channels, confirming to her dedicated global following that she had officially transitioned to a status of absolute professional independence. She openly declared her intent to handle her career entirely on her own terms, free from the dictates of corporate focus groups. While this bold maneuver granted her total creative autonomy, it also meant relinquishing mainstream financial backing, forcing the independent artist to rebuild her professional infrastructure completely from the ground up. Choosing absolute creative freedom over the lucrative offers of mainstream pop music required a level of artistic conviction rarely witnessed in modern entertainment. According to music journalists tracking her recent development, Courtney flatly rejected multiple opportunities to sign standard commercial deals that would require her to adopt a highly manufactured, glossy pop persona. Instead, she retreated into private recording studios to cultivate a genuine, uncompromised sonic identity. She deliberately shifted away from the mainstream pop landscape, surrounding herself with a dedicated group of alternative musicians to form her specialized backing band known as the. This strategic alignment allowed her to develop a heavy, guitar-driven rock and roll style that complemented her natural vocal grit. Her new material began to directly address the complex themes of navigating intense public scrutiny, protecting personal mental health, and surviving the pressures of early childhood stardom. By refusing to comply with established commercial radio formulas, she engaged in a massive professional gamble that risked alienating the casual viewers who originally supported her television journey. However, the resulting body of work revealed an artist entirely finished with playing a manufactured character for corporate profit. This uncompromising commitment to her authentic roots is precisely why her career trajectory is experiencing a powerful independent renaissance in 2026. Recent investigative reports on digital streaming metrics reveal that high-definition footage of her raw live performances has begun circulating organically across global video platforms, catching music industry traditionalists entirely by surprise. Contemporary music critics are actively nodding her evolution, acknowledging that she has successfully transcended the limiting stigma of a reality television novelty act to emerge as a formidable independent rock frontwoman. Her latest independent single, titled DNA, has generated significant underground traction, achieving impressive streaming numbers without the assistance of major label Radio Piola. Furthermore, industry data confirms that her highly anticipated, entirely independent debut studio album, titled Little Miss Jagged, is officially scheduled for a worldwide release on September 12, 2026. This upcoming body of work stands as definitive proof that her lengthy departure from the mainstream spotlight was not a sign of defeat, but rather a calculated, necessary tactical retreat designed to ensure her long-term survival as a genuine artist. In final analysis, the journey of Courtney offers a profound, investigative look into the realities of modern fame and the structural flaws of the talent show industrial complex. Her narrative challenges the conventional belief that a corporate television contract is the golden ticket to a sustainable career in the arts. By actively resisting the intense pressure to conform to a lucrative but artificial pop standard, she exposed the deep divide that exists between short-term viral monetization and true, long-term artistic integrity. Her ultimate survival in a notoriously predatory industry provides a compelling blueprint for future generations of young performers seeking to navigate the digital landscape. She chose to step out of the artificial glow of the Hollywood spotlight until she could return entirely on her own terms, answering to no one but her audience and her art. This investigative report concludes with a fundamental question for the modern consumer of media. Did Courtney make the correct decision by rejecting the mainstream Hollywood pop machinery to protect her rock and roll freedom?